Alright, so here we are, the first turn with these guys, the fire guys. And it does this every turn, like I already said. So we're back to here. And so, like in the other one, you start out with two guys. This guy actually is an assassin, though, and you can tell because it says right there. Assassin level 1 means it kind of sucks, but at least he is an assassin. He radiates heat, which all of the guys do pretty much. He's fire resistant, sneaky, stealthy. I'm just going to use him as a scout. Start out in the corner, that's pretty good. I think I'm going to go this way just to make sure there's no enemy guys down around here. Now we have this guy who is a warlord, and this is the thing I was talking about before, where you got to make sure he's the correct guy that you want to turn into profit, because you always want to try to make profit as quickly as possible. I'm going to check out what I got. A lot of people like to make mages profits, like this guy would be a level 3 or 4 priest or something like that. It's not the way you would think, where a guy who has nothing, no priest skill or levels, becomes a level 3, so then this guy would become a level 5. It doesn't work that way. So a lot of people like to do mages. I don't like to do that. I like to do warriors, and so that is my only choice. So basically I have assassins, warrior guy, and this guy can carry animals. These guys pretty much little salamander dudes. And then these are all magic users. So I'm going to make him the prophet. And so like I said, they always start with 30,000 unless something catastrophic happens. Unrest. When things go bad, unrest is generated, obviously. I mean, it's unrest. That's how it works. Resources, yeah. So my Dominion is already like how I wanted it, because that's how I started. On the other one, I had another candle elsewhere. On this one, I don't, but I do have 2 to start with. So this is going to grow, and my Dominion will spread then. And the gem thing, which I didn't mention at all in the first tutorial, first 2 parts, these are gems. And I currently get 5 per month. And it's probably for one of these. Yeah, so I get 4 from there and 1 from there. And these are special sites, sort of. When you start a new nation, every nation has certain special sites, like I mentioned before. So I will want to search all of these provinces to try to find more things like this, so that I get more gems up here. The reason why you want gems is so you can cast like global enchantments and things, which I don't have anyone who can cast it, so I can't even show you yet. So I'm going to first recruit, and then I think I'll probably recruit this guy. And then I'll show you what global enchantment. It's not going to let me actually do any, but I'll show you the first step. Now once again, I want to find good researchers. And my guys are like half demon, half human. And the reason why I don't like any of those guys as researchers is because of this. Their old age. They're like a normal medieval human length of life, so they only live to like 33 years old. And how you can find that out is go to fatigue, like I mentioned. So this is their current age, and this is the age where they start accruing old age, which is bad stuff. So immediately he's going to start getting problems happening to him, and then he'll die of old age eventually. So I don't want anybody who's got old age, unless it's your only choice, but this guy is not. And if I check his fatigue, he's 55 and he lives 240, so I want one of him at least. He also is better at blood hunting, which is, so besides gems up here, which there's, this whole thing fills up with gems. Let's go over to here. Here are all the gems. You also can capture blood slaves, which you have to, instead of finding places that generate them, you actually have to capture them, which is a big pain in the ass. So that's one of the problems with playing blood people. I'm gonna recruit him anyways, and he has slow to recruit, which means it takes him 2 turns to show up, which is, in the third one they didn't have that, and so you would just spam this shit with like the same guy over and over again. This makes it kind of more fun. Hit points 17. Yeah, you know, he's alright. He's not supposed to really get into a fight. So he's got at least good research, a couple different spell paths, fire 2. So he'll be able to cast level 2 fire spells and level 2 blood spells and level 2 priest spells. And he also has the same thing where he's on fire. He just stands around burning up all the time. He can fly. Flying is not actually that awesome as it seems like it should be. And like I said, these guys are flaming guys, so all these troops except for maybe these guys, yeah, these two suckers don't radiate heat, which, so they're like normal humans basically, and these guys are demon spawn, sort of half demon spawn. So they're fire resistant, but if I was to get normal humans and put them with this guy, they're gonna catch on fire and burn to death. And that's my own guys that will happen to. And the other thing that these guys are awesome with, I mean, that's not that awesome that people burn to death, but that they have ridiculous protection for just standard troops. So arrows and crossbow bolts would hurt them, but it's middle age, so there's going to be less crossbows, even though the other one I played, they had crossbows. Arrows they're going to have better defense against arrows and whatnot. People with shields having better defense against arrows. And these little guys, they're just little guys who've little fire salamanders. Yeah. And these are my sacred troops. That's how you can tell he's sacred. So when I cast Bless, when my Prophet casts Bless, those bonuses I was talking about in the third one will show up on here. So he'll get more hit points and a plus to morale. Morale is extremely important. And so like these guys got 11. 10 is average. And if their morale goes bad, they run off the field, and that's pretty much the end of the battle. And everyone dies. Not really, but they run to the closest province if you have a province. So these guys also already have a really good morale, so that's important, and they're really well armored. They got 2 morning stars. Everything's great with them, but I don't have really the money to buy them, do I? No, I guess I got some resources. What I want to do in the beginning of this with this nation is build many just okay warriors as possible, and maybe occasionally one of these. But I only have 116 resources, so I'd only be able to build 2 or 3 of those guys. But these guys, I could build a couple more as long as I have the cash. So I like to just mix them up with the shield guys. So I got 4 of those guys, and I got leftover gold. So these 6 resources. Let's do this. Do that. Resources will reset every turn. These things stay here. Holy points, I didn't even mention at all before, are used for sacred troops, which I guess this guy's sacred. So he will also get the bless bonus. So I'm already using 1 point. So every turn, and this is because I have a 10 dominion. I could build 10 of those guys if I had all the shit. But I don't, because it's my first turn. Go to army setup, and how it works is you get bonuses for how many squads, but also their morale is affected by why is their morale so high? I'm not gonna worry about it. It's an average of the group, and if you have like a bunch of small groups, you get penalized for morale. So that's why I'm sticking them all together at the beginning of a turn. Attack closest. These guys are pretty slow moving because they're so heavily armored, so I like to stick them up front like before, and back to this thing. So let's say I set this up, but I have some normal humans with me and I don't want them to catch fire. I would set them way down here, which I'll probably recruit some later just to show you, and then I'll do a battle and you can watch them catch on fire, because you want the least amount of fire as possible on your troops that you like. So your leader, you also can move closer or around wherever the hell you want, depending on what his skills are. I don't know why. I'll do that next turn. So for the first turn, once again, there isn't really much to do besides recruiting and sending your spy or assassin away and making the guy a prophet if he's the guy you want to be a prophet. And so then you end your turn, which is usually pretty quick. And this is everyone proclaiming that certain people are going to be the prophet. There's my prophet. So now he has better leadership. He can't do any magic beings. So let's go back to recruiting. I believe these are magic beings. Thought it would say here. Let's look at this guy. I guess they're just beasts. Beast. No, they are magic beings. So my prophet can't actually carry these guys around. So if I built salamanders, he couldn't even have them in his army, but he can have a shit ton of normal dudes. Normal dudes being people who walk around on fire. And I get more hit points for being in hot areas, I believe. Yeah, there's my domain bonus. So let's army set up. These are the guys that is built. If you double click, it will select all of the same unit. And since I built like every other, I have him preach for one more turn. See, he had different options than in the other nation I did, because I can do blood sacrifices, which just improves. It causes the people to gain more faith, but I don't have any blood slaves. That won't happen anytime soon. Shit, what's this? Bearchar warriors really suck dick, so maybe I should attack them. Those guys also do. Let's move this guy there. Wow. Actually, I guess I am going to do an attack this turn. So I'm doing the thing where I set up the 5 spells that I can cast, where I can pick what I cast, and then the computer picks the rest. Divine Blessing, I think, is the one. Yeah, so this would, if I had a bunch of Sacred Troops, I could cast that, and they would all get the bonus. Because they don't just get the bonus, that you have to cast it, still get it. But I don't have any, so I'm just going to smite the shit out of stuff. Smiting, and then cast spells. So a lot of times I'll just leave that way, and then, or I'll cast the Divine Blessing first, smite, and then leave it for spells, and they'll cast the others. The computer's smart enough to like cast morale bonus spells and shit like that. So I am gonna go into these guys. Who are these guys? Yeah. Attack them. Gotta recruit. And this guy still isn't done because he's the long recruitment thing, so I'll do this again. Use up all of my resources. Y'all. And you can queue guys up where they'll like you can have a big line of them here, even though they're not going to come out yet. I was thinking about doing that, but how many people you can use? 20? Maybe I'll do that instead eventually. Alright, we can check the Hall of Fame just for fun. No one's there. No one's... What? Really? Oh, maybe the score graph is off. It doesn't work. Huh. I learn something new every day. So I guess I do want score graphs on. Can I change that? I don't think I can. Nope. Alright, well. It's kind of a bummer, though. Well, it will probably still tell me when it happens to my guys, because they get bonuses. So recruiting, did that. Got that guy coming on the way. So the one good thing about not having enough resources is you start growing... your treasury starts to grow. And how you get more resources is you capture other lands and they go towards this castle. Some of their resources are sent to this castle. And turn again, I think. And we'll just hope that I win this battle. there's the other people who made profits that turn. We'll view this battle. See how they're all on fire. Guys smiting away there, and we got really good armor and they don't. So this should be pretty one-sided. And they're getting caught on fire. So their morale broke, and now they're running for it. So that's the end of them. If you just hit Q, you can get out of there. And then back to this. See how many lost. I didn't lose anyone. So now I have this province as well. Oh, and there's already a special site there. So if we look at that, it gives me 60 resources a turn. Some of those are going to go back to here, which is good, so I can build more troops at my main castle. I also can build suckers here. And I think I'm going to. Normally I wouldn't. But I'm going to build, let's say... You really suck. So let's do... And it has different resources. This is the resources for this location. Because I want you to see the people burn up. I like to throw in a little defense everywhere. Let's say 10. And you'll see that this defense is different than my home base. This is what the local province has. And one error, which I'm not sure if they fixed, that if you play undead... Well, I don't want to talk about undead. I'll get sidetracked. Alright. So this guy came out. Here he is. He's got 13 research. And we will try to... I'll pretend like I can cast this spell. So ritual spell... Oh, it won't even give me the basics. Let's do this. Research. When you're looking at all this stuff, remember I said the blue thing, so those are special spells for just this nation. And let's say summon sea dogs. Let's say I wanted to cast that. I'm going to need 3 nature gems to cast it. And I'll get 5 plus sea dogs. Whatever the fuck those are. So that's what these gems are for that are generating up here. I only have fire gems right now. And I haven't researched anything. So I can't even cast levels 1 spells. I can cast level 0 spells, but it's only only the mages I think have those. But in one of my specialties, I guess I can cast bleed. Yeah, that's a great spell. Is blood magic, because that's just they're fire and blood dudes. So I know that my god has fire, and he has nature, and he has death. So I should probably research this, some of that, but I can get my spectral infantry here. Oh, smolder ghost, whatever that is. If I research this, it's almost always wise to research conjuration, because if you're getting your ass kicked and you just have a shit ton of gems, you can just start summoning weird shit all the time. And I didn't mention this at all. And this, you actually have to have the manual to know what these things are. Or look it up on Wikipedia or some shit. But there's all these different magic items that you can equip your dudes with, but you have to research it to them to be able to build them, but you do find them sometimes. So I'm just going to do that for this thing. Have this guy research. And since he's a priest, he can also preach, but you just want researchers, as many as you can get. So I'm going to build another one of these guys, even though I don't have enough gold. And he actually, fuck this, since I'm not playing a real game. Normally I would have that guy research, but I'm having to go over there and I'll show you the searching for sites thing, because he's a good example. And recruiting there, we'll buy some more of these guys and some of these guys just for fun. Alright. Actually, I'm probably not going to do another turn, so let's get rid of that guy. Oh, I kind of want him. Alright. So that is that. And mercenaries you can buy, there's just, you can basically make bids on them. And they're not, I mean, you can buy them in dire need, but they're not that useful. Global enchantments are the same thing. With this, you catch a ritual magic spell but it would list. You want to look through here and find global enchantments, and just like their name says, they affect the whole map, and they're really useful, but they're way later. But you also need shit tons of gems for that. So I'm going to end this turn. It's hard to like play a fake game. I just want to like sit and play. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, see, like I recruited guys, no need for that. So this guy, let's send him off to just go someplace. Oh, so one of the things you can do with assassins is you can assassinate an enemy commander. So he's going to go after the enemy commander in this neutral province, and I'll show you that next turn. This guy will attack there. And so searching, to find sites you have to search. You click on there, search for magical sites. So this whole turn he's going to search this province, but he's only going to search up to level 2 fire, level 2 blood, and level 2 priest. So you'll have to have someone else come and search with better shit later to find everything. And this guy, I built him because, I guess it doesn't really mean anything, but he can carry these guys. The other guy couldn't carry these guys. The Batwing dude could. But the guy with 2 axes, my prophet, couldn't. And so I can now carry some troops, but his total unit size is 10, so he's already maxed out. He kind of sucks. He also isn't very good at carrying multiple squads. So I'll make one squad. We put these guys somewhere. And I can't believe it. Oh no, there we go. I guess there was no data. So once again, this is the Hall of Fame. This guy's dead. The reason why it keeps him up there is not only to have a goal so that you can move up the Hall of Fame, but also they can get resurrected. So you'll see a guy who's dead has a couple of these next to him because he just keeps getting killed. And these ones are neutral characters, like random events and whatnot. So this is just a random dude who's running around. Special monsters. Killing fools. So I think I'm not even bothering to recruit anything. I think this should probably be the final video of the basics of this game. I don't even have a... Yeah, that's fine. Well, I can move him. We'll have him do a battle too, even though he's going to die. Let's have him go in there. And set him up. I can't... No, who cares? Good enough. Okay, we'll have him attack closest. I guess I can't not set him up. We'll set him right there. Alright. And this should also be pretty quick. I think I'm going to play this nation after I'm done with this. I haven't played them in a long time. And I did not know it took so ridiculously long to upload videos to YouTube at 1080p. Alright. So this is the guy who searched. I found 2 things there just with those low level crap. So I'm going to go to there and it's going to show that I found a Stain Altar. So if I have a blood mage, which that guy is, I can go in there and summon whatever the hell that is, which is just some special monster. And then I get 1 fire from that, and I must have got something else. So every turn now, and before I was only getting +5. Oops. Now I'm going to have +6. Go back to the messages. Unexpected events is where I got those +4 earth gems, which they have and don't count on it. And if you click on those, you can skip this, but we're going to do each battle. This is assassination, so this guy does not get to have anybody with him. There he is. Whoa. He stabbed me. And I ran away. So that guy's dead. My guy. If your assassins run away, they're dead. So we'll check this battle now. So assassins are quite difficult to keep alive. But if you have a good one, it's worth it. So this is kind of that random battle I just picked. And the formations is which I didn't explain at all, but because it's not used that much, but you can use formations to make like lines of dudes. But you lose one morale if they're not trained for that, for the formations. That's just how it is. See how those guys all beat feet right off the bat? That's the end of that battle, even though they probably may have been able to fight me. And we got one last battle. This guy's dying. Ah, archers. Horse archers. Let's speed this up too. So these little salamanders, get in there, light them on fire. They're pretty good. Oh, man, they're really good. They scared the shit out of those people. Alright, so I lost my slayer. I lost one infantry. I lost one salamander. And that's it. So that should be a more wrapped up version of all the things I left out. Obviously you don't want some dude to just run off right at the beginning, but alright, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.